Hello, and welcome to another episode of my Witcher 3 Blood and Wine DLC playthrough. And today we're back here where we kind of left off. After I climbed out of the water, which was starting to hit on me. I've been having a little bit of trouble trying to make new episodes for this because I've got a new few blue screens. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe my memory is failing, but I doubt it because I'm not having these problems with other games. Well, let's hope this one works better. I also noticed my game is running butter smooth, but the recording it's not always so smooth. I did watch the first episode just to make sure I don't have problems with my audio and my video, and it seems it's not as buttery smooth sometimes. So while playing it works freaking butter smooth. I kinda reduced a little bit of the settings this time around. Anyway, also my neighbor started drilling, and hopefully I don't get bad noises, hopefully. You third, I hereby declare that William of Stratford steals rhyme, prostitutes his services for pennies, and smells of weed old fish bricks. I cordially wish him the clap. Ringwords and words within his bones ample crevasse. Take that, Le Papillon. Freaking French. Wanted a white wolf. Ooh, I wanted. Oh, oopsie daisy. Am I hunted now? The Witcher Geralt of Rivia, known as the White Wolf, is wanted to serve as a guide. His potential employer guarantees an ample wage for this unusual contract. Really? Guiding is freaking unusual. For more information, he should go to Count Beledal's temporary base camp in Toussaint. We kindly request all other persons not present themselves at said camp under the pretense of being Geralt of Rivia. Count Beledal was not born yesterday and can easily tell who is a witcher and who is faking it. All those journeying to this camp in shabby costumes with wooden swords strapped to their back can save themselves the trouble and turn back. Alright. Notice from the Ducal Camerlengo. I think that's like a title, actually even a kind of job back in the day. Calling all knights errant and other strongmen. The duchy needs you. Your aid is required. Botanus rewards are in the offing. More details available at the Ducal Camerlengo's offices on Knights Dormant Square. Interesting. Contract for a Witcher. Witcher's caravan escort to a Witcher or Witches. The Beauclair Cooper's Guild. Cooper. It's like chicken coop. I think it's supposed to be coppers. Anyway, is seeking an individual or individuals willing to escort a merchant convoy through an area threatened by the Great White Terror. More information can be obtained from the Gaston Legaf and merchants camp in the forest to the north of Coronata Vineyard. Mogrim Pauline, okay. That's not a nice appellative in my freaking native tongue. Under Secretary for Threats and Risk Management, Beauclair Cooper's Guild. Interesting, lots of missions around here. The Great Beauclair Gwent Tournament. The Great Beauclair Gwent Tournament is Count Monier's supreme delight to announce a Gwent tournament of his organization. Those wishing to take part should register at the Pheasantry. Please note this tournament features a new faction developed by Count Monier himself. Let the games begin. Ooh, that's kinda nice, but as I said, if I didn't, In case I misremember this, because I might have said it in my second episode, as it were, when I was doing tries. I'm not gonna play any Gwent in this, and probably when I finish the game I'm gonna do a full Gwent playthrough, because that Gwent is basically a game in itself. You could probably tell it's better than some games at full price that are games themselves, and this one's a game within a game. Anyway, announcement from the Office of Internal Revenue of the Duchy of Toussaint. The Office of Internal Revenue hereby announces a limited live auction to be held regarding the sale of a piece of developed real estate and accompanying agricultural land located in the Caroberta Woods region, having been left to the ducal treasury by the late Count Crespi, who departed this world without any heirs. Crespi, I'm pretty sure I heard this before, this name. It's actually in the quest a little bit. Wow, would be nice if we get our own little piece of land. But I don't think they introduced... I didn't read much about the game because I kind of wanted to be a surprise all in all. Due to the unique nature of the Bellegarde estate and its important role in the production of wine, bringing great fame to the duchy in all concerns of the world, only subjects of the Duchy of Toussaint shall be allowed to participate in the action. Oh, okay, that kinda sucks. To all knights errant and other such men of arms, be it known far and wide that the services of voluntary keepers of the peace shall be needed. Minor problems are expected to arise during the transfer to the above-mentioned real estate, and said problems for their dissolution could require the application of direct physical force. All volunteers are asked to report to the field office of the Procurator General of Toussaint near Pellegmont Bridge, that is to say, to the place where the auction shall be held. Alright, it kinda started raining. Wow, that's pretty nice. It's not gonna get too hot today, I guess. Ooh, more stuff. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna read this stuff fast. A thought for today. Every journey begins with the first step. Take it at the Cockatrice. Odrin, okay. Crane Island closed to unauthorized visitors. Following Captain De La Tour's recommendation, the prison upon Crane Isle and its vicinity are hereby declared a no-entry zone. Any trespassing upon this terrain or activities deemed distracting to the prison's guards are strictly prohibited. Only the families of inmates are allowed to visit, and even then only upon presentation of a permit issued by Ducal Chancellery. I think it's, yeah, whatever. Ministry of Justice Victor Tremblay. Spot missing. My dog's gone missing, white with a black patch on his eye. Answers to Spot, that is, he comes running when I call him Spot. If you find Spot, breaking into the Cockatrice Inn. The innkeep knows me Spot too. Herbs for embarrassing afflictions. Of late, as if often the case during tourney seasons, the incidence of diseases afflicting the nether regions has increased. I can offer an ointment that will soothe all such unfortunate itching. The innkeep. Dear customers, the valet guests of the Cockatrice Inn are kindly advised to be on their guard when approaching our inn, and even more so when leaving it. It is of utmost importance you bypass the Marcescent Forest. Wow, what a weird name. As man-eating monsters look therein. We beseech you to heed our warning, for we fear otherwise the love of so many guests will ruin our inn's carefully cultivated atmosphere. We wish you sage journeys and kindly invite you to visit us again. Linka, the innkeeper's daughter. Will buy a permit. In light of Minister Tremblay's incredibly daft order barring entry to the prison grounds, I'd like to let it be known that I'll gladly purchase any entry permit if someone got one to sell. I'm not a member of any inmate family, for it's my beau who's in the prison. Beau. I wonder what that's for. What that stands for. Probably some mate. Girlfriend or something. And has been for half a year now, during which time we haven't been able to see each other as often as we need to. If you've ever had a view, you know what I mean. Laurent Titois. Interesting name, okay. Okay, now we're all gone. I'm sorry. Wow, these guys look a freaking lot like the military dudes in the Warhammer series. Very flamboyant. Oh god damn. I did a few screenshots for my what's it called, for YouTube, just to have it as overlays, and I disabled the freaking subtitles. Okay.
Could that be the musty scent of fresh pate?
Pate. Okay.
I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us.
And this is a bit dark.
Why do I not detect even
I might have to raise the gamma a bit.
On account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely my
Okay.
For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir the Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Geralt of Rivia. Did he now? I don't think I heard my name.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchery trade.
Witchering. Okay.
Concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red.
Oh, is your freaking record broken or something?
Or we shall be here till winter.
Yep.
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body snared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby?
He forgot. Don't tell me he forgot.
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw... a head bobbing, eyes...
What the heck? He has like a cut on his neck.
And popped out.
Oh,
Next to it...
it's probably just because he's old.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town, fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Need to examine the body.
Oh, what kind of nets does this guy use?
Then
Jeez.
loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corfo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What?
Oh, the woman again.
Is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were
Oh, you're walking out, are you?
his vineyard was auctioned off.
Ooh, I thought,
Just left.
thought it was
Didn't notice her walk in either.
Yennefer.
The innkeep's door.
That would have been nice.
But hold, Geralt, because
Doubtless,
this is out.
Dennis.
Russell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Russell now bunks with his brother in Vicar Farm.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
Alright.
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own tushes.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
More superstition, let's go.
It's rehashed
Yep.
street preacher codswallop.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
They say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger of the gods.
The Toussaint are no fools. They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Picky monster.
Alright. Big moves.
Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Covo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah. Duty of some
Actually, if I think about it a little bit,
Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the palace gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will
Alright.
wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
pretty sure this DLC is gonna have freaking vampires in it, and actually one of the quests we did, I did, because I didn't have a whole playthrough of the first game. One of the vampires there was also like this one, very superstitious. It was the coronary or something. Oh, oops. Hello.
Can't believe it.
What's this? Information on what? Information for tournament participants. Dear fellow Gwent lovers, allow me to present myself, Count Monier, the organizer of this Gwent tournament. As you most probably know, I have introduced a new faction to our beloved game, Skellige. Ooh. I am convinced this step shall add variety to our pastime, further perfecting its perfection. I shall be delighted if you choose to play this faction during our event. Good luck and good Gwent to you all. When do we get it though? And this is the stuff we picked up outside. I'm not sure if it's why it's showing us new. Gottfried and the chessboard knight. What the The last day of the tourney had come and it was now clear Gottfried would tilt against the mysterious chessboard knight in the joust. Gottfried was the ducal champion at the time, so all were counting on his victory. No one knew a thing about the chessboard knight, except that he had come from the south in dark armor and had a shield bearing a 64 black and white squares. When the herald trumpeted the signal, the knights charged at each other. Gottfried's lance shattered against the chessboard knight's shield, and the mysterious knight swayed in his saddle. No mere mortal could have survived such a blow, yet the chessboard knight did not fall from his horse, but instead struck a blow of his own on the next pass, knocking Gottfried to the ground. The victor approached his defeated foe, struck out his hand and helped him to stand. Before the herald could announce his victory, he took off his helm and all beheld his eyes. Of coal, and face of burnt cinders. I have come from a time long past to remind you of humility, which is a long forgotten virtue. My name was consumed by dragonfire when I perished, victim of my own pride. Oh, he was gone dragon hunting then. After saying these words of Jesper, Knight rode off. No one stopped him, yet they repeat his warning to this day. Interesting.
I shall be off once I finish my pate.
Pate.
Well composed pate, I must admit.
I love how, what was his name? Dennis Leary was making fun of this word. Just naming it Pate. Without freaking French accent. Anyway, you have anything else to say, buddy? Yeah. Traveler. Hello. I'm sorry. Oh, you won't like me to load that, do ya? How Luis Alberni became Goliath. Ooh. There were many brave and true knights in the service of the old duke, but the greatest of them all was Luis Alberni. His crest showed a red field with a golden star, each of whose 5 points stood for one of the chivalric virtues. Yet fame and glory went to Alberni's head. Years passed and he began to think himself the most perfect of all knights. In the end, he came to think he was virtue incarnate, and there was no one in the world who preceded him in this regard, something even the Lady of the Lakes must recognize. Alberni thus set off to see her and have her pay him homage in honor of his excellency. Yet as Alberni approached the lady's home, his body and equipment began to change. The slender knight grew more and more corpulent until his horse could finally no longer bear him. Horse, okay, I think it's referring to body. His sword first became wooden, then turned into a mace, and his shining armor became dull and turned to ash. All he had left was his helmet, which turned into a wooden cage. Alberni stood on the shore of the lake, wishing to speak, yet all that came from his lips was a wild cry. The knight peered at his reflection in the lake's waters and understood he had become a giant. The Lady of the Lake then emerged and said, "You abandoned the chivalric virtues long ago. Of all your sins, the greatest was pride. It has changed your sword into a mace, deprived you of armor and made you flesh into that of a beast. From now on, you shall be known as Goliath. Go to Mount Gorgon, where you shall live in this throne far from the eyes of men, accompanied by the painful memory of your lost glory, until the day death mercifully frees you from your torment." Interesting. Actually, I don't think I managed to read that stuff. Let's see, where do I have it? Bestiary. Ooh, necrophages. Ooh, scurvers. Ooh, I didn't. Actually, I forgot to kinda... What? Kinda really scurvers. Though it was just a pile of rotten meat till it started to move. Debought from Beauclair. Scurver are rot fiends, larger closets. Okay, so they're not... They look a lot like the drowners rather than the past rot fiends. The bodies of these hideous, vaguely humanoid creatures are covered with rotten scraps of flesh, under which lurk even more rotten muscles stretched around a strong, flexible skeleton. Usually the skeleton isn't the flexible part. Interesting. Scurvers, which feed on old, rotting corpses, prefer to make their hunting grounds in abandoned torture sites, forgotten graveyards, and old battlefields. Although they kind of appear next to water, which is pretty weird. They are very aggressive, and though they feed on corpses, if they come across a living person, they are likely to attack. Thus, when wandering near any of the above-mentioned places, one must be especially cautious. But I can't edit it in place also freaking riversides. Or river banks like the freaking English call them. It was my the first question my first English tutor asked me, how do you call the freaking English riverside? Basically in my native tongue, and I didn't know. I said riverside, no, no. That's what Americans say. It's river bank. Scarvers usually feed on the ground, but sometimes when they catch the scent of a human, they crawl to the surface in a matter of seconds and attack their potential prey. While fighting them, one cannot afford to forget about their special bony spines, razor-sharp protuberances sticking out from their skeletons. When a scarver is near death, the gases and enzymes gathered within its body cause it to explode, flinging its spines out at great speed, turning them into one less deadly weapon in their arsenal. To protect oneself against damage from the spines, one should make prodigious use of Quensign. They kinda seem to have a lot bigger range than the old Rotfiend explosions. Yeah, this guy was an Ogroid, okay. According to legend, Goliath had once been a knight who violated his vows, for which he was punished by the Lady of the Lake. Transformed into a giant, he fled into the mountains and would only descend into the inhabited lowlands when hunger forced him to do it. There's no knowing how much truth lies in that legend, yet it is incontrovertible fact that this dangerous giant gobbled up sheep herds and sheep alike, and was so widely feared governesses used him to scare children into eating their vegetables. Though he came across as a wild and thinking beast, Goliath used a simple tool and any item would turn into a deadly weapon in his powerful hands. When fighting Geralt, Goliath wielded a millstone, making his every blow truly crushing. Luckily, Geralt already had some experience slaying giants and made quick work of Goliath as well, with a much appreciated help of 3 knights, Milton de Peyran, Palmerin de Leufol, and Guillaume de Leunfol. Ah, goddammit. You people and your names. Although he kinda has tattoos on him. I don't think he would willingly go and get those. Maybe there actually is some kind of truth to that story.
Oh, dear fellow, with a fishhook like that, you must have your pick of the ladies.
Note. Flute. What the heck?
I wish you luck. You'll need it.
Get some new Wait, what? I can't read it. Alright. Well, that kinda sucks. Man, this list is getting long, and I noticed one of the menus now has this stuff already registered, so you can actually probably safely sell them, but I'm kinda take them and keep them, guy. Anyway. Looks like that woman is totally gone.
You must have your pick of the ladies.
Hair pate recipe. Ooh. Free the hair of its skin and massage its flesh with your blade till but small bits remain. Slice up the back of a fattened pig along with a handful of carrots and perhaps a parsnip and an onion. Parsnip, I don't know what that is. Throw the lot into a well-seasoned cast iron pot along with some diced bullets. I don't know what that is either. Add bread to the broth until it is so thick your spoon stands. Then give it the best stir you can. Stir a half dozen eggs into the slop and mix it thoroughly along with some ginger, salt and marjoram. Rub some fat back on a pan till it's nice and greasy. Then pour the mixture in the pan and put it in a hot oven for the time it takes to recite two litanies of Saint Pelegmund. By then, the pate will be golden brown and well baked. I have to say I've eaten some of the pate that is made like traditionally. It's freaking amazing compared to the usually canned shit you can buy. Right, crayfish chowder is too bad it doesn't actually add something. Deshell the crayfish, then remove heads, pincers and tail. Grind this in the mortar. In a saucepan, fry onion and garlic with a sprig of thyme and butter until transparent. Add the crayfish flesh and fry. Pour in a good vintage muscadet and then add bouillon. Weird, because in my native language the O and U are inversed. It's like bouillon. Okay, blend the contents of the saucepan thoroughly, transfer to a stew pot and add dill and simmer. Once done, thicken the soup with a half quart of cream and tablespoon of butter. Add wild herbs to taste and don't spare the dill. Even a whole bunch will not be too much. Ew, maybe it has awful taste then. Alrighty.
I'd encourage you to try our famed fisherman's chowder. But alas,
Yes, I know.
we're out of crayfish.
Could replace them with something else. Perch, for example.
Like croissants, baguettes, something.
What next? Vinegar for wine? Parsley for crime? Huh? Your nordlings are a pleasant lot, but about cuisine you know nothing.
Ah, fuck you French people. Your cooking is too complicated, damn it.
Fisherman talking about anything interesting?
Yes, about a nordling who would replace crayfish with pike.
Ah, get a grip, man.
And the tactless one. I do not eavesdrop on my clients, and I certainly don't repeat
Bullshit.
anything I cannot do here.
Alright, let's see if you have some cards to sell, huh?
Stock.
Wow, he actually doesn't. This is pretty weird, because in the main game you would actually get some cards at every freaking end. Ooh, new stuff. Ooh, honey croissant, herb toast, pork rillette, flamish. Freaking, I heard of this freaking thing a lot of times, but I have no freaking idea what it is. Fish tart, alright. Ah, ratatouille, alrighty. Boeuf bourguignon, okay, I'm not trying to pronounce all this shit. Seriously.
Thanks.
Alright,
So
let's see if that woman is waiting for us outside or what the heck happened to that one.
Never thought I'd live to see times like these.
Well, she's not here. Okay, let's see where this mission takes us. Oh, just up ahead. Right. I'm probably gonna do all the undiscovered locations probably at the end of the game. We'll see how it goes. Man, this place is pretty freaking big. God damn, this looks pretty freaking beautiful. Alright, let's see what happens. Hello. Wow, that's some freaking nice looking armor. Wow, it even has a freaking cook. Wow, a freaking unicorn, is it? I hope this stuff is easily purchased. Maybe we'll have to do some races again. Not the best mini game in the game though.
sounds like a fight. Have to hurry.
Hello. Ooh, a peacock. Ah, wow, interesting. Okay.
must still be here.
Had to jump around a little bit, didn't you? Ooh, some. Ooh, nice. The nifty pants.
Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs.
Hello. I see. It's probably a Ooh, is it a vampire?
From the years. Took a solid hit. Massacred by a vampire. Not an Ekimara though, or a Fletter.
Ooh,
Bruxa,
I see what this is. Probably. Ooh, is the woman a vampire? Goddamn. I'm jumping a little bit to conclusions, but I think it is. Because I remember when they, before they released the main game, they did this very, very nice trailer where she hunted I think it was called the Bruxae. And actually didn't fight any Bruxae in the main game. Which was pretty odd, but a freaking video, the teaser even now, I freaking remember it. It's pretty amazing. I guess we might get to fight one now. It would be pretty cool. Even in the first game, I think you only encountered a very few, I think like 2 or 3. On the second game, I don't think there were any. I know there were succubi, but not Bruxa. Well, anyway.
Killed with a single blow.
Hello. Ooh, here it is, the freaking cape.
Woman from the inn was wearing this coat.
Ah, interesting.
In the cellar, gotta be. Claw wounds from 5 separate claws, spread of a small human hand. Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart. Revermuck carried the body in his cart.
Interesting. Too bad most of the buildings you can't actually get inside. Oh, hello. Oh, best of vest, interesting. Looks like they added some stuff. I kinda wanna loot because I noticed they added a few new ingredients, and maybe we'll get a new broken meteorite pickaxe. Ooh. You might get a new stuff to craft, and I might need the new ingredients. And everything is freaking locked around here. Cheesecake. Wow. And damn it, I missed some freaking cheesecake. It's not a very known recipe around here because it's not very. I actually don't know where the origins of this cheesecake is. I only ate once and I freaking liked it, but I never seen anywhere to buy this stuff. After that, it was like a mountain trip, and I went to this kind of tavern in the mountains. Very interesting place, and it had some, and it was freaking amazing. Whoa, locked key required. Hello. What's this? History of Corvo Bianco. That's like White Crow from Italian. Corvo Bianco's origins have been lost to the mists of time. We have only a bare legend about the vineyard being founded by the owner of the Pomerol estate's son, who had been disinherited and exiled with only a Carvanier sapling to his name. The modern history of Corvo Bianco begins with Master Bollius, who settled in the vineyard in his elder years. As a young man, Bollius had headed a division of sappers which fought in the far north. For his services, he was made a noble and awarded a great deal of coin. The sappers, I think, are the guys who would break walls. He took to rebuilding Corvo Bianco with great zeal. He dedicated the most energy to planting a beautiful garden for his wife. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Thus starting the craze for the use of herbs which swept to Sont at a time. After his wife Bolia's second love was the olive tree, which is why he planted a great many of them all over Corvo Bianco. When Bolias's wife died, life lost its savor for him and he began to think constantly about death. He sold his estate to the Count Crespi, and the very day he signed the last piece of paper, he died. It's kinda sad. Oh, this looks so freaking nice. I didn't do that roll, but you fell in, didn't you? Man, I always loved the CD Projekt for that freaking attention to detail. God damn, I just feel like freaking just walking around this place. Hello, what's that? Be right back. Supervisor. Oh, it's a planting. Ooh.
Tired for some reason.
Ooh, grapes. Interesting. Man, every freaking building is locked. I think they heard that I was coming and they freaking locked all the doors. God damn. Okay, let's get inside there and probably get some vampire oil. Ready? Where is it? I was actually thinking about freaking necrophages, because actually necrophage means they feed on the dead, and vampires do not. God damn, that's a big freaking pigeon. Wow, it's freaking bigger than my head. God damn. There's a lot of them. What the heck?
Footprints. Small bare feet lead deeper into the cellar.
Hello, totally Bruxa. Let's use some where is it? Actually, probably this should be very useful as well. Some cat. Oh, you just fell over, buddy.
Fell down the stairs, broke his neck.
Alright. Ah, looks like... wait. Oh, maybe it's some secret later on. As I noticed in this game, you can see the secrets on the map. Even if you can get past it. Interesting. Alrighty. Oh, damn it.
Hurled against the wall with great force. Took a lot of strength
Don't
to
tell
batter
me.
this down. Used this to batter down the grate.
Alright. Luckily he had that freaking armor on, because else probably would have smashed him through the grate without actually breaking the grate. Ooh, slurping. Ooh, booty, yeah, totally Bruxae.
Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood.
Wow, that has some nasty nails on it. Hello.
We don't have to fight.
Well, thinking about sex, are you?
You are wrong.
Yeah, just like in the trailer. Very fast.
I cannot let you leave.
Oh, god damn it, turn back. Fuck that, I liked how you looked before. Oh, let's see. Do we get something on the bestiary? Ah, what? Oh, pretty nice music. Bruxae. Moondust, just like in the freaking trailer. The oil, yeah, and black blood, and Yerda now. Probably she's extremely fast then. If you must travel through the woods, steer clear of any places where you can hear several different kinds of birds at once. That sound means you're entering a Bruxa's territory and can kiss your life farewell. Anonymous piece of advice. Fortunately for us all, Bruxae are rare creatures, mostly far from population centers, for they care greatly for their own safety and make their lairs in places where they cannot be taken by surprise. Those who decide to live near men avoid crowds and emerge from their shelters only at night. When they do, one could almost mistake them for delayed travelers heading towards their night's lodging, yet subtle details give them away. Their close ties to birds, their piercing voices, and the breathtaking speed of their movements. Bruxae are far swifter and stronger than men, but their greatest asset is their ability to turn invisible. Bruxae dart about with uncanny speed, and with their power of visibility they can easily confuse opponents and attack unexpectedly or from behind. Thus, when fighting with vampires, the Moondust bomb is a great aid. While it cannot eliminate the vampire's invisibility altogether, it can make it easier to track its motions. A generous mimic of vampire oil is also effective. Bruxae uses their sharp claws to attack and can easily break through an opponent's guard by buffeting him with a hail of blows from all directions. They will try to bite their prey and drink its blood once it is weakened, so every witcher who expects to encounter such a monster should swallow a black blood potion beforehand. Bruxae are also known for their sonic attacks, which knock down and stun prey. Ooh, right. Okay then, looks like you... Oh, I can see you. I've seen enough freaking Predator movies. What are you doing there, no? Oh, you block. Hello. Oh, let's see how much you like flame though. Whoa, it make... Oh, I don't need the freaking bomb then. Wow, you don't fear it much. Ah, you don't like fire, my dear. Oh. Wow, this was pretty easy. Actually, I noticed they added an option for enemy upscaling and I turned that on and it still seems it's pretty easy. Wow. Nice explosion. Whoa, that looks kinda nasty, like she took a shit. Oh. Sorry. Monster claw, monster eye. Ooh, vampire blood, monster. Ooh, looks like some of the monsters here drop freaking greater ones. Although the blue ones aren't all that freaking rare anyway. She didn't drop any freaking key or anything. It's kinda weird. Ah, looks like we're getting a full set, I think. Oh. Actually, it looks kinda nice. Right, let's see.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it.
Ew. Oh, looks kinda okay.
A pouch bulging with coins.
Hello.
Nilfgaardian florins from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had
Oh,
claws,
shit.
sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa
Goddamn.
did this.
That's nasty.
Third hand. A spare.
Fu-
Except it's clearly not
Let's-
the victim's. Herdsman must have
Yeah, to
run
do some other stuff with it.
How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing. Several monster species can regenerate.
Holy shit.
What's happening to their severed limbs, though?
Whoa, it's twitching.
Their limbs
What the?
seem completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
Yeah, place it in your back pockets and can fondle your ass.
So, it was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm?
There are more questions than answers, huh?
Shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims.
It does seem very similar to the vampire I said, the ancient vampire from the main game. She find it in Novigrad or something. Right. Well, I didn't find any freaking key, so I guess there's something related with the upper building later on, hopefully. Actually, well, doesn't give much more information. Hello, man. These things are pretty dense with stuff. If there was a button, at least for the ingredients to clear the freaking stars. It's kinda making me itch every time I see it. Anyway, let's see where we have to. Wow, goddamn. It's bright. This is one of the things I don't like, the cap potion. Alright, let's see where we have to travel now. Ooh, this does look like one of those tourney jousting arenas. Ooh. Ooh, I'm smelling a freaking at least maybe horse riding contests, if not fighting. Hello. Wow, this looks pretty nice. I wish I could sit and take a freaking picture. God damn. Whoa, that is an arena, okay. And I think I'm kinda gonna end it here and study this new area, because I'm almost, wow, a whole freaking hour and I didn't do much. There was a lot of freaking reading and I like reading the stuff in this game. Very, very interesting. Kind of fantasy-like. Man, I played some freaking Total War Warhammer. As I said, I was a little bit on the fence, but I kinda got it because I like the Warhammer franchise a lot. And I played this morning some Chaos, because I love Chaos usually. And before you choose the race, there's like, I think 5 or 6 races, and before you choose each race basically has a starting difficulty modifier, and Chaos is usually hard. It's hard, the other ones are normal, and one of them I think it's easy. I think the Dwarfs is easy. And after that you can also kind of modify the difficulty basically, and I tried the very hard one, which you can't. It's basically like Iron Man, where you get only one save, and it usually saves after every big action. And man, the freaking Chaos, the biggest problem is you can only have one army, and the enemies on freaking very hard gather like 2 or 3 armies at once and try to attack you. And man, most of the time I've spent like freaking running around trying to escape them. And after surviving for like, I don't know, 100 and such turns, I also got all the free special quest armor, the sword, the armor, and some trinket or talisman or something. And I was like, holy shit, now I'm gonna beat everything. I had a freaking amazing army. But I still couldn't beat all those free when they grouped up. Doing one by one, it was pretty, I shouldn't say necessarily easy, because I would still do some damage to my army, but trying to fight all of them free, it wasn't okay. And then I started, okay, let me build another lord. Basically the lord is the guy who carries your army. And guess what? For Chaos, you can't keep 2 lords close to each other, because they do infighting, which is pretty goddamn stupid. The enemy gets 2 or 3 armies. I've even seen, I think, 4 at a time. And I can't freaking keep 2 armies together, come on. And I wanted to go and attack the dwarves, because they're like in the lower part of the map, kinda isolated. And although all the factions I looked, they were all in freaking war with each other, when I've gone to the dwarves, everyone freaking came on top of me. The Varg, which is one of the tribes of the Chaos, the Empire, and the dwarves, all came down to freaking fight me. Like, hello, this guy is coming here to attack the dwarves, let's attack him. God damn. And the worst part in the dwarf area is basically it's in mountain, and it has only very few ways, and I got trapped there, god damn it. And I also did something extremely stupid. As I said, I tried to create another army, and there was that attrition thing, and that wasn't the worst part. It's basically to remove attrition, you have to stay at some distance, but I have my army split up. Right, and I freaking died there. After, I don't know, 126 turns or something. I really wanted to do the long campaign objectives, but I couldn't. It's kind of weird, because I also play the vampires, and when the chaos come, they also have this horde thing. And I saw all the 3 main characters, they were freaking standing right on top of each other, and the freaking attrition didn't do anything for them. Freaking way to go, god damn it. Make some mechanics works from some armies and from others. If it makes them weak, just remove them. Yeah. Total difficulty bump. And I also noticed the armies get huge freaking buffs. Freaking renting. I kinda wasted 2-3 hours this morning playing, and I was kinda pissed. Well, enough of my freaking Total War ranting. I kinda wanna play it. I'm not gonna be as active on Twitch, unfortunately, because there's like almost 2 months till my exams, and I really have to study hard. And usually when I finish starting, because now I'm taking like a break between sessions and doing episodes, at night I really don't feel like playing and commenting seriously. Maybe after that we'll see. We'll see. I might play a little bit of Overwatch if I get to play with my friends. That is pretty nice game. It's very fun when we have someone to play with. Not so much when we play alone though. Well, if you like my video, please leave a comment, maybe a like or maybe a subscribe, and I'll catch you on my next episode. See you later.